Well, I mean, there's no way we could have won the award without Feel Good. It's as simple as that. As far as quit smoking goes, I mean, even though we'd had Feel Good quit smoking before that, we by going to that next level, it gave us so much more opportunity to talk to customers that came in. And interesting, despite even the people who haven't necessarily gone on the program, on the No Need to Smoke program, but just talking to every single customer that comes in about smoking, whether it's on, they're on prescription medicine, or just having a look at the stand, or even if they've been talking about a family member, it's given us the opportunity to really engage with them and have a discussion with them. And as a result, our just in the sort of 3 or 4 months that we've had No Need to Smoke, our smoking category, if that's the right way to describe it, has more than doubled. So that's not just program fees, but that's extra nicotine replacement therapy and all the various companion products relating to sort of the wellness and stress, anxiety, weight, etc. that go with giving up smoking, which is unbelievable.
Feel Good has been the main purpose of us changing the culture. Without Feel Good, we probably would not have been doing what we're doing now. And with the award last night is just making us realise that those changes are making a difference, and it's nice to be recognised and know that that change is happening, and we're going along the right path, and it's making a difference, and it's making a difference to pharmacy. I think it's making a future for pharmacy now.
With Feel Good, we've now got a framework, a way in which we can do things, and I mean, there's effectively nine categories within Feel Good that we can actually do, and but we've focused on some of the big ones, cold and flu, certainly, ankle joints and arthritis. They're probably the two main ones we've really focused on, but there's been a couple of sleeper categories that have been successful for us, and one that comes to mind is stress, which, I mean, if you walked into any pharmacy, or the majority of pharmacies, you'd say, well, stress isn't really a category, but while it's only still relatively small, it's amazing. It's something that has a lot of potential when you talk about the number of people who are stressed or anxious in their life, people taking antidepressants, not sleeping well.
Improving that, Feel Good's helped improve the customer experience. We've had a large increase in retail, and again in the last 6 months from June 07 to December 07, there was an almost 30% increase in sales in front of shop, and a smaller increase as well in the dispensary turnover as well. I think increasing the customer offer in general has probably helped drive some of our dispensary business as well.
Well, before we had Feel Good, I guess we were the same as the majority of pharmacists around the place. I mean, very much a counter-hugging mentality. We wait for the people to come in and take their scripts off them and do them, and if we happen to sell something else, well, that's great. But now we've got a framework that we can work with each and every customer that walks in through the door, and it gives staff the confidence to be able to communicate with those customers, and even if they aren't necessarily an expert in any particular area, then it gives them the confidence to go and talk to customers, and customers then have the confidence to communicate with us, and as a result, we're getting more customers coming in, and they're buying more products because they've got the confidence that they'll be dealt with in a professional manner, and they'll get more of a solution to their particular health issue, rather than just plonking something off the shelf like cold and flu, for example. So, I mean, the culture has pretty much turned around completely, and once we found out that we were a finalist for the award, it was almost the level of enthusiasm went up yet again, and I'm looking forward to getting back there tomorrow to see now that we've actually won the thing, to see that go up again, because I mean the staff are all incredibly excited about it, and I mean I'm sure their performance will lift even more, which is great.
The results were amazing, because I said to Mark, it'll be different. I know it'll be different because I can see that they are doing it. Mark came out and said the whole category is 25%. And I was like, yeah, this is great. And it was just, it made me feel good too, because all that work had paid off.
The system in place is there that, I mean, if you do follow it and push it, and which is what we've done. And the results speak for themselves.
You sat down and really focused on what we were doing and made the time to actually do it, then that's when the results started to come.
I think Feel Good's been when we started and put it in, and we didn't run it properly, it didn't do anything for us. And then once we actually said, right, go very slowly, step by step through the process and the folder, I think it was arthritis and weight were the two categories that just, for us, arthritis has jumped from sort of 6,000 a month to 10,000 a month over the last 12 months. It's been a really, and it's been going up, and not just that, we almost maintained that. We had a little dip off after a big spike after the first campaign, but it really never went back to the levels it was previously to doing the first arthritis campaign. So that was our first really successful Feel Good campaign, and we've been able to replicate that to a degree with the other categories as well.
I certainly didn't become a pharmacist to just sort of be selling trinkets and laundry detergent at cheap prices and things like that. I mean, you become a pharmacist because you enjoy the interaction with people and the level of and the satisfaction you get from people either getting better or living a good fulfilling life. So it's so much more than just discounting, and it frustrates me how there's many in the industry think the only way to actually go forward these days is to just send out some catalogue full of cheap fragrance and this and that. So and it's nice to get recognition for sort of doing things a little bit differently.